We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking. We suppress the id, our darkest desires, and adopt a more socially acceptable image. 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 Socially acceptable image.
Do I go as myself, or the mask? Do I go as myself, or the mask?
I wish I could plummet to my death into oblivion, a blissful city of industry down under, governed by a cosmic Krieger, metaphysical brethren breathing life into my lungs. With words of wisdom and system exceeding progressive abstract reasoning, if I must, I'll crush it. Cubicle with a rusted asteroid to peace, feasting upon energon cubes and convenience with a pitchfork. I'll eat a miniature Earth like Unicron, watching the spirals in space ashes, and stardust disinfect the cosmos, and a miniature Earth infected with neglected infection. The ultimate death sentence of experience, unless you handle the gavel like Thor, swinging the megaton hammer. Unexplored. Lord have mercy, I'm changing my clothes, shape shifting, remembering, so ready to consume. Gladly adding caress and medicine, mental laceration of a typical cells, destroying the formation of vesicles, defending against all those henchmen, lynchmen, the stenches are rinsed with redemption, invented. Did I mention the mental disciplinary action, mainly for the satisfaction of constant mind elevation to an upperclassmen, women and children building without renouncing the definition of life, death, deviance, karma, chameleon, helium, heads pop. Releasing insecurities, bringing out the God's complex. But how complex is God? Emerging from a desolate, poverty-stricken, so crucifixion when resistant cloak of faith is draped in a folded fashion, tapered with a talisman and a Dalek angelic bodily host that give a dose and their utmost, making me one with the cosmos. Communication beyond human levels of comprehension, concern as the well boils and burns in the melting pot. I'm pelting rocks and crumble in front of the glass pedestal, used as a stepping stone. The cow jumped over the moon to escape the wicked witch of the west and ascend to the top of the mountain, bathed in a fountain clear of consolidated aerosol, less dissolving in the air we call fresh, evolving like a tetherball. Blessed is bearing carrot, all by choosing among my thoughts. I plunge into a holocaust of exception, 7 steps to perfection, stopping for knocking at heaven's door, adopting a passionate, masculine, feminine, sentimental being, believing and seeing with the eye beneath my forehead. I'm a thoroughbred, I'm dormant, a sorcerer, spiritually born again, I'm morbid, kill a war pig with weapons of mass destruction. Amateurs, my cosmic caliber consists of blueprints to fracture skulls, manipulation of microphones and manuscripts encrypted in stone, similar to those in foes. Miniatures watching their own expenditure. My mind unfolds with goals of restoration, explore ancient civilizations page by page, bewildered as children play in a field of screams, drowning in the quicksand. I'm bounding with swift hands, the tie to the catcher and the rye to uplift mankind. What can man find? What can man find the meaning in simply just being? Can man find the meaning in simply just being? In simply just being? My ears are fixed on a broken rhythm of energy, propelling, carouseling, rebelling, unmasking, unable to ask an inhibited soul a question, giving an image of my own reflection of lessons in a present nature, aggressive in setting the mood in motion, behavior without being wasteful, watchful, truly tasteful, hostile, a graceful ballerina in a place full of porcelain ornaments. I'm born with this tumbling with coordinates like a carnival Ferris wheel. Barnum and Bailey's, Haley's Comet, composed with miniatures residing upon it. From Deep Space Nine, a bark with Marvin the Martian. The Earth is a target marked with an X, and I hope for the best, choking on text that becomes the absolute truth. The absolute that becomes the absolute truth. The absolute. The absolute. listen, open, observe, venture, voyage, excite, evolve, live, life, objectives, obtain, visions, endure, enjoy, the reign, love, listen, open, observe, venture, voyage, excite, evolve, live, life, objectives, obtain, visions, endure, enjoy, the reign. I'm wandering in a wonderland, that no one seems to understand. The light at the end of the dungeon tunnel, I'll see how deep it goes by sneaking past the guards disguised in the emperor's clothes. When my temper blows, I'll open the floodgates of frustrating cause and effect through broken dialect, dissecting different texts and manuscripts. My eyes are dilated from shedding bloody tears in the sun. Reality burns no ointment or vaccine to cure for satisfaction or permanent relief. Instead, limited penicillin or treatment of accepting with sweetness, pain is weakness, leaving the body strongly. Your soul is calling you, concern you with caution. It's plus when the Holocaust endangers the chariot, barbaric characteristics, savage guard, breeding, serpents over the rainbow, slithering, delivering like harps, cellos, bellowing horns, a sacred sound with crumpled horn, goes to cap. I twirl the miniature iron staff on behalf of every battle cry, battle drill, battle zone. I focus, sprouting lotus, rebel alliance without a cause, contributing to the defiance and showing downfall like rain that pours on the recently mourned. Still, my origin is of futuristic clone wars, chains to challenge the chosen talents created and designed to self-inspired free minds from an evil empire. My desire grows from compassion like anger or fear, creeping in silence, leaving behind its footprints, possessed pedestrian, following the path painfully, pushing the 6% in consciousness through changes of the season. Disregard for all reason and rational thought has brought forth the changing of the guards, controlling multiple post position and host with hopefully honorable mention and grace. Is that still the case anymore? Back in a truly tasteless folklore, absorbing the nature, the replacement for reason returns with fear, hovering above with no concept of love, allowed a cloud of acid rain, dousing the blue flame instead of trapping it in a bottle, preserving with brilliant Benjamin Franklin patience. My engine is anxious to race Pegasus horses, been her shepherding herds with nerd rap skilled men building nations, fast marauders of communication. I slaughter the lamb, crammed between two shelves of grammar lessons. What a blessing by manifesting to each and every individual who's listening to all these words. Listening, love, listen, open, observe, venture, voyage, excite, evolve, live, life, objectives, obtain, visions, endure, enjoy, the reign, love, listen, open, observe, venture, voyage, excite, evolve, live, life, objectives, obtain, visions, endure, enjoy, the reign of a universal language of laughter, love, linguistic, natural laws, listed in chronological order, borderless existence. For instance, I'll use a simple symphony to summon the dragon from the dungeon depths and cut it so as to return to the bed, to enter the door in the mind that opens with acceptance and closes when someone comes and judging of any kind, any sign, any symbol, invisible, magnetic fluid flowing through my body, promoting and showing through my health, vitality, spiritual wealth glowing. The greatest thing you can ever do is surprise yourself, rely on yourself seems to be the best possible decision and design, creating incisions in time, because all knowledge is digestible and flexible to the nearest tenth of a decibel, a deciding, surprising exponential factors, small variations of variables to choose from. So bear witness, bear a little witness of what is this? What is this? A reprogramming of understanding, reconstruction of conclusion, soaking mind, and guidance, reprimanding and guidance, order to restart, revolving with progression, retaliation, accidental regression, thoughts, a redo, a rewind, to return and retry, to retry, before I resign, I want to try, to love, listen, open, observe, venture, voyage, excite, evolve, live, life, objectives, obtain, visions, endure, enjoy, the reign, love, listen, open, observe, venture, voyage, excite, evolve, live, life, objectives, obtain, visions, endure, enjoy, the reign, love, listen, open, observe, venture, voyage, excite, evolve, live, life, objectives, obtain, visions, endure, enjoy, the reign, love, listen, open, observe, venture, voyage, excite, evolve, live, life, objectives, obtain, visions, endure, and enjoy the reign.
Fruit rots, water flows downstream. We're born, we age, we die. To be first never happens. None of this is true. Say goodbye to classical reality, because our logic collapses on the subatomic level into ghosts and shadows.
I'm surrounded by those enclosed in reality. You're only existing lonely in a distance, instantly gaining a thought, feeling an emotion, coasting into the unknown. I'm a cat with his back arched up, start upside down. When painting pictures, wonderful colors under the cherry moon. Flowers blossoming, fairies blooming, carrying cocoons of seedless grapes. My style's a lollipop olive filled with bittersweet symphony, expanding infinitely, time knots, landing feet first with a burst in a gust of wind. Does light bend? A non-fictional part of the mind's eye. A star to the skies, a precious jewel and a precious tool of expression for the helpless fool amused by the riddle. So be a little wilder when asking a master craftsman to fasten his seatbelt, utility belt, conveyor belt that his flare felt, becoming a slayer, dealt with prayer and became another communication lesson method story, only to find an answer believing in nothing but something to die for. An abstract art of warfare, combat, casualty list exceeding the breeding of test tube babies. I go crazy, outsmarting the lazy dog, blending in with the visible fog, invisible to it all. My physical is a waterfall taking shape of every seashell, rock, cliff, grain of sand in a mist. To this expand from top to bottom, stop the physical violence, silence is divine. And golden opportunities arise in communities where there's unity, universal, verbally versatile, optical obstruction. Take a detour to avoid mental abduction. Injustice justified, lying, murdering, hurting, pulling through all over the mind, relying on the eyes. Seeing is believing, but believing is seen with the mind alone. A rhinestone cowboy collecting on priceless gemstones, recollecting on innocent mourns as bellowing horns laugh at death, welcoming it with open arms, sweaty palms from dusk till dawn. The rusted pawn must move on and advance to the next level, saving the last dance for the devil. Tuxedo Mask, asked to feel primitive, prehistoric, Protestant lottery, draft for tame slave. Domestic felt the wrath of the sling blade. Medieval torture governed by my arch nemesis enforcer. Order out of chaos, a new world order, orderness, substantial predominance, control, power ranging 180 radius. Maybe its weakness lies and the uniqueness of the eyes. Seeking 5 souls with a iron heart, steel rod, and Weebleman is evil, ever evolving, problem solved to progress. Pangs of distress coming from some of them, running from soulless monsters, hunting them down like an animalistic, carnivorous, and oblivious genius. Proves outspoken with Eva's provocative binocular vision, draining all attention. Vibes for redemption. I, a decop collating spiritual aviator and digital poetic customer service servant, ghetto merchant soliciting underground musical merchandise at a reasonable price. The cost is your ears, eyes, and minds, your whole anatomy. That'll be flattery, shattering, inner chattering, open-minded, salt and battery, redefining matter, reprogramming patterns while breathing stays cool, like moons of Neptune and rings of Saturn.
Spiritually, the answer to fear is simple. You are already safe. If you felt truly safe, fear wouldn't arise.
I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see with my eyes closed through a conscious sleep of faith, flashing fears decompose and wither away like rust on a fallen statue. Liberty limited role playing for inhibited soul slaying soulless monsters on mountaintops, landscapes escaping at land speed, invading my dream, parading in teams, behaving it seems is impossible. Hostile instinct released makes up a saint plus with a paintbrush and a paintbrush. I'm splattering paint on galleries gallantly through galaxies. Now let's see, so many mouths to feed. I browse the scenery for a decent eatery decorated with humor and humble songs. The future belongs to calm waves that break away from the ocean front focus, remembering that the seed is still one with the lotus. And why men cherish the Lord unfolding the saga. I inherit the sword of almost from Jaga, guiding me, hiding behind the sea of possibilities. The eye opens when expected, directed towards the constellation. Moonwalker stacking stars of emotion, feeling, thinking, leaking, log, Lego building, healing until there's a sign of relief. Keep encouraging alpha zones, making intelligence evolve. Last call for fermented grapes, intoxicating spirits with vengeance, violence, and eyelids. All rise to the occasion, fixed on the tarlet. Charlotte's web dwindles. Time is a cracked window with the wind whistling and disturbing the cuckoo's nest. No rest and relaxation for the head that hangs lyrics from the new system, lucid lunatics, Charlie Chaplin laughing at Confucius' fortune, palm reading of the dragon orb. The mastered mind is mightier than the sword of Vermilion and a billion Carillion ships, ice pirates of dark waters of time and space. The brain is an infinite microchip, unchallenged, barely fathom for its unlimited potential, essential for the evolution of the human race. I meditate on the shape of space and its utensils, needed to mold a foreign legion, to mold a foreign legion, needed to mold a foreign legion. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest face. It's like a finger pointing away to the moon, I focus on the finger. Otherwise you'll miss on the heavenly glory, exploring my own habitat, a simple ritual, visual insomnia and other distorted sins. My heart tints with casual notice, hopeless, take a look at the lens out of focus. Fish eye out of water, tiger eye from the slaughter, savage souvenirs, so next to the headless deer. Death at the door with squeaking hinges, light shines and blinding, eyes peeking in from the mist is a silhouette of a shrine. Elevating my mind beyond primitive levels, leveling the walls, limiting the way I express, feel, desire, progress, and aspire to understand. Personal lives coincide with skill development derived, celibate from physical confrontation. Every experience jolts and catapults a cult of listeners into a deeper state of awareness, adding spiritual growth, breaking down barriers of aggression, handshaking proud carriers of infection, taking sound areas of infection, erasing out staring with a lesson, guess and check the rest, confess at a symposium of the profound. I'll mosey on back down my yellow brick road, cause I can see the light, believe the light, I'll be the light to bring the sight to those I'm told who will be humbly stumbling upon the power of their own protons and electrons, the perfect imperfection, the perfect imperfection. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see light amongst the darkest places, hidden beneath the spiritual design and world put over the eyes. I see the brightest faces. I see the brightest faces. I see the brightest faces. I see the brightest. I see the brightest faces. The faces. I see the brightest faces. The faces. The faces.
Raindrops as they fall on my head. But we have no more time for bad news. So choose fame or choose fortune, choose destiny or fate. Just hurry the decision, my son, for the sunset won't wait for those looking for clovers. Be a mover, be a shaker, a button pushing controller who's dropping bombs in anger. The only danger is hesitation, but your hate swells like fists of rage. Turn the page to read the next scripture I've written. You're smitten with exponential potential identical to the pupils before you explore your rage, child. Go wild, go berserk. That smirk you wear hides a smile nicely. You're thirsty, but soon you will drink the blood of goblins served in goblets, and this is progress. Undress the world through my lens of X-ray exposure. The world's composure is Eves and atoms waiting to split, creating new endless forms. In a form where decorum is the origin, and sin is decoration. It's the momentum of this energy given that we have misnamed life. There is no light, only here revealed through senses of sight. There is no night. The darkness is an accumulation of frights and insecurities from impurities of the mind, or contaminated fruits with no rind for protection, nor vine for nourishment. It must feed on the infection that feeds on imperfection. As it flourishes, the heroes live because they breathe the seeds. Can the tourist leave this scenic mishap? No, son. He just watches as watches keep count of the same time he dodges the lumps of Dodger during a royal Taj and tiger's paws and the minor flaws. Mathematicians, algebras, while synthetic animals are beast smart when the cattle prod. The battle's odd, but both sides are even. So choose, son, choose the course of your being. Decide if your eyes will lie when you're seeing, or if seeing is believing, and all believing first. So this is but a warning. The world's now warming like the desert in the morning. The black rhinoceros virus is forming, enormous storming, pouring lightning like electric raindrops. The rain stops like water torture from the brain cops on the same crops that produce these insane plots between innate thoughts. How else could you explain thoughts that are doomed to die a desperate death before their time, directed by desolate captains with more cancer than a life of crime? The pulp of fiction is true romance. Cut the ear from the reservoir, dog and dance with wolves and sheep's clothing amongst the fear and loathing and lost ages. Will you be amazed, lighting an army of darkness, a shard of the dark crystal, rest the last unicorn in human form or an altered state? This is Truman's norm. All the world just waits for the weight of the world to be misplaced. We are lost in space, on a space odyssey, amongst the Star Wars. The apocalypse is now, but the choice is still yours. The choice is still yours. Future unfolds before you. You have but to make a simple decision.
And the choice is still mine. Till I let love be manifested. Till I fathomed all the possibilities. Skeleton keys, puzzling clues. I'll use it to my advantage. Huggy, loving abilities, willingly living, riveting experience of perpetuated pillaging. My mind needs this clearance from chaos and order and rage in order to aid my soul in exceeding the physical boundaries, bounding me, pondering on selflessness, endless possibilities, meaningful dreams, Anastasia, fantasy, star story, simulated glimpses, deja vu, fantasia, conducting Mr. Holonopus, supplemental focus, orchestrating with a talent, bringing a balance beyond my mental projection. A grasp for dissection is needed, perfection is heeded when the message is greeted and the catch is completed. The process of weaving a delicate thread out of strong to go, believing in sync with the mind alone. The kindling flame is dwindling down in the purple rain. The spindling mount are waiting to be molded. An opportunity so golden, so old and just hidden by a waterfall, revealed with the song as a Taj Mahal, a mirage of all things seen, created whether or not it be positive or negative. Let it live and let it be mine. I'm galloping through galaxies of ecstasy, riding on the back of Falcor. My vision is much clearer, equipped with a mirror, shield of confidence, yielding and building in a field of dreams, killing time zones with energy emanating from my rhinestone of karma. My armor of pride is as solid as a rock, defiant, branded in my skin as a symbol of a Leo and lions and tigers rejoicing in the lost city of Zion, of Zion.
Founder of MIE entered to start AIDS, but he's in AIDS also. He took over AIDS and entered just so Kaz meets people with him and they're hooked up with DW, but DW is going to start like seriously painting like in the next year and a half, and no one's like really going to be able to like contact them except through chat. And so you're hooked up with them. Oh yeah, we're hooked up with them, but we don't really, we don't have their deeds, but yeah, we do stuff with them. Okay, whatever. But yeah, we want to interview them for a little bit. Well, let me know how you back to you. Yeah, so you're hooked up with them.
Defacing individuals
should face the individual.
I flip through infinite decimals in the infinite decimal hope measured in decimals, decimating detriments with regiments of resonance, wielding eloquence and my fingers full of elements, unelemental sentinel whose sediments are sentiments, compounded by benevolence whose etiquette can settle it at the edifice of rhetoric, labeled a heretic by my heritage of derelicts whose vagrant is imperative and merited by age of invisible mystics, leading mismatched misfits, past the pinnacles distant, who in an instant can shift it into overdrive, to override tension that's been fenced in procrastinations, latent tension, death cleansing is mentioned, translated with apprehension, but some were revised and set in solid liquid vessels with a message leaving a vestige in the wreckage, whose slow burn life's my sojourn, the less concealed in records of conjecture, texture fixing pictures, true structures written like nurturing nectar in my lie, but it's dry while I scribble scrambled images of scrimmages and skirmishes so it can be revisited, abridged and refurbished. An editor's the senator of literature, whose miniature characters are competitors that periodically become periodicals if they pass the auditor, like those friends from the desktop Mercury, circling a virtual being, burning an imprint of your past life, a sign of asinine pastime, or confined whose compounds are renowned in poor towns that are slimmed down at sundown by the magistrate of serenades or coronations that marinate an abdication and variation of condescending conversations till there's no blood in the turnip, and with earnest and unfervent submerging flurry furnace fury scourge the enduring walls that fall with a flourish, a boisterous of chorus rejoices, voicing their opinion, the dominion free from the minions of kidden and rusted by water. The Father have mercy, and I'm thirsty no longer. I'm thirsty no longer. Face the individual, mind clogged from residual effects affect my spiritual side, solely indivisible. I face the individual, mind clogged from residual effects affect my spiritual side, solely indivisible. I face the individual, mind clogged from residual effects affect my spiritual side, solely indivisible.
There I go, here I'm not, disappear into the frost. I'm lost and found, toss around, it's not clear in the exhaust. Polluted atmosphere, carbon monoxide, aerosol is all around. The carousel of confusion revolves around intoxicated mentality, constipating physicality, incapacitating spirituality. We're living in a world of dualities. You are what you are not, everything is what it is. As if a human organism born to believe in religion, born to deceive, in prison, prism, infringements, infractions, infatuations.
Out of focus, out of time, out of lines, out of my mind. I find myself in the realm of forgotten crimes. The heart of the matter, climbing ladder of rope, shattering hopes, to make mosaics with emotions of waves from south oceans. I found potions and elixirs, but the mixture cannot move the picture of my eternal image. Symbols of sanity, like you would attempt to exist without vanity. We are duality, truly unity, and no unity will grant to the enchanted couch. A chance challenging questions I left in quest in multiple directions,
directing the multiplications of multiple personalities, misdirected to the misguided personal personification, created by reality and society. The brutality of sobriety has me engaged in a battle. Nobody, the notoriety of independent individuality has inspired, incited more writing than ever before, foreshadowing the unraveling of humanity. But will it be straightened out? I wait doubt without a trace around the face of the profound. I say street brown as I escape the compounds,
founded by the dumb and dumbfounded bloodhounds, searching for compound word processors and stereotype writers. Ladders of fire that walk with me till I tire. The tune of the sirens choir, glided only at elevations higher, while dire straits curl
in a circle of lifelike statuary still life.
I still expect a real life,
because the horror reality injects me with a steel knife, brutally butchered the field. Mice and men, savagely slaughtering the fatherly thoughts and conceptualization, making a mockery of the Father, the Son, and holy matrimony. Frantic panic and pandemonium, floating from the crooked political podiums, opposing them with a forgotten synergetic symposium.
Synonymous with synthesis, composing with an emphasis on absurd third-party interests and regenesis. These games are really scrimmages, describing scribbled images, driven to the end of innocence.
On pathways of darkness, derivative to extend your personal privileges.
Pretend to a just an oblivious cognitive infinity insidious.
Is oblivion beautiful or is it hideous? Or is the searching so tedious, visibly meaningless? Against the wall of odds, free will defies the laws of gravity. And still I stand and face the individual mind, clogged from residual effects, affect my spiritual side, solely indivisible. No individuals in this makes what has me outcasted. Losing my mind, abusing my time, bruising my mind and dueling with time, refusing to shine. Instead I'm fueling my mind and using my time wisely. Beneath the surface of earth, surprisingly, seashells, rock creatures, blades of grass, grains of sand, all join hands in the vision of the promised land, creates a uniform of Ultraman, revitalized, shadow alive, mind, body, and soul. Searching until death do us apart. Epistemology demolishes matrimony. Mother Earth needs our alimony. Blind faith, kind, tender, undivided, lovable attention, loved by giving redemption, repairing, sharing, and a streak of luck to be daring. Cause I refuse to tug of war. Instead, I will hug a war and soar and explore every sector, every mount, every town, every sound, every crown. Forgotten records of a specimen, angelic neo-sapiens, using an exclamation of feeling. Commands on Scrabble, grappling to the ceiling of Babel, with a thread chosen out of wool and linen, woven out of golden hair. I spilled the blood of a bear on the surface of this atmosphere. I can hear the cries of disparity with clarity. Narrow and straight to the muzzle, Rapunzel shuffles through the dungeon tunnel. I cuddle every sound, visibly seeing the clergy of surgical surgeon generals, dissecting the oblivious just for the sparkling decimal. Facing individuals, should face the individual.
effects affect my spirit side, slowly indivisible. I face the individual side. My fuck from residual effects affect my spiritual side, slowly indivisible. I face the individual. My fuck from residual effects affect my spiritual side, slowly indivisible. I face the individual. My fuck from residual effects affect my spiritual side, slowly indivisible. From residual.